Hello and welcome back to Tyranny. Today's journey is trying owning into uneven terrain and dusty conditions. You reach a bend in the path and spy a small clearing off to the side. Several small rodents skitter away as you approach. At the edge of the clearing you see a familiar sight. Leafy vines coiling around tree trunks. As before, hundreds of thin, yellowish-green stems sprout from the vine, a collection of stiff bristles and elongated hairs, each with a cluster of bright orange berries. To memory, you don't notice any significant difference between these plants and the ones you encountered previously. Let's examine the leaves. The leaves extending from the main vine are bright green and lobed, with edges resembling undulating hills. This matches an old saying you could call about the berries. Leaves like hills, safe from chills, leaves like rain, unending pain. Better to test with your skin rather than your stomach. You break off a cluster and mash the berries between your fingers, revealing the tiny bits inside. Working in slow circles, you rub them against your arm for a few seconds. Your skin remains free of the stinging rash, which you take as a good sign. You adopt a cautious approach, filling your pouches with berries while eating only a single cluster. The fruit is sweet and tart, surprisingly juicy for its size, and the thought of immediately eating another handful is tantalizing. But you restrain yourself. With the stream as your guide, you cut to follow the dense forest and eventually reach the main road with little difficulty. An hour later, you feel a disconcerting tightness in your intestines, one that escalates in intensity with each step. Your stomach turns and the pressure in your belly intensifies, your gut seemingly trying to call into knots. As a cold chill rushes over your body, you recall the small rodents bounding away in the clearing. The droppings must have contaminated the berries. An astute guess on your part, but one made far too late. Beads of sweat coalesce along your brow and your intestines begin to burn. The pain is intolerable. You have barely enough time to depart the road and duck behind a tree before you empty your innards in opposite directions simultaneously, coating the nearby trees and shrubs in a violent, bloody, and seemingly unending spray. The stench alone makes you vomit again, forcing you into an unfortunate cycle of nausea, release, and repeat. An half hour later, you find yourself splayed out on the dirt floor, panting and heaving. The cold sweat has broken and the pain in your abdomen has subsided. For now, you drink deeply from your water skin, exhausted and trembling. You stumble back to the road, grit your teeth, and continue on towards your destination. Being reduced under 75, 50, and 25% health percentage will cause a long interrupt. So I guess we'll rest. Because why not? The corpses of sages are skewered on the spikes. Their skin has been blackened by the heat of the magma bleaching from nearby fissures.
Hold up. There's something there.
Where? Oh, up here. Okay. Sigil of Freaking Rasp. Oh, yeah, I already know that one. By the way, Siren, how is your equipment? Not great. Yes, I almost forgot about you. You have Bane Torch stuff, so I'm not gonna give you anything from here, but I have sold all of the equipment we didn't need. But let's learn more. Internet lore, you already know this one. I keep forgetting to learn those sigils. She has 85, I think I don't have enough either, yeah. This one is Precise action, accuracy, interrupt, and this one increases the number of projectiles fired from distant impact spells. Ooh. I can create, not this one, but concussive. This one. So the proximate action is always an aura, and if I add, do we know how many it gives? Not really. Accuracy, no. Cooldown of spells. Armor penetration. Spell strength. Range. I don't care about range. We are able to take this one. Yes. Projectiles too, okay. And you have 84. Lord, that's not enough. Okay. Okay. The soldiers walking past catches a glimpse of you and you immediately points her spear towards you. The censor will be very interested in your presence, Fatebinder. She is near the entrance of the library. Go. Now. But first I'll loot everything you've got.
Ah, got it. Can't do that.
Of course you can.
Leave it to me.
Go away, as you wish. Just don't come back crying. It looks like there should be a way through this part. Never mind then. Stay your weapons. This is Tunan's Fatebinder. The censor makes a swift motion to her soldiers, then pauses to look you up and down. And what a complicated pleasure it is to find you in my camp. Now, what would Ash's plaything want with my library? It wasn't enough to betray Narat and side with that rule-bound control freak. Are you here to try and take this way too? The only reason I've instructed my soldiers to show restraint is because of the sensitive operation ongoing in the ruins, one that I don't intend to disturb. The players in that little game have enough to keep themselves occupied. With that said, I wouldn't hesitate to kill you if it proved necessary. So, why don't you tell me what you're doing here, and we'll see how this goes. Well, if you don't want to see your blood decorating this camp, I suggest you let me into the ruins. A blood hunter glances nervously around at his comrades, wiping his sweat-filled brow. He backs away slowly before breaking into a run, careful not to alert his allies. You're quite the aggressor, aren't you? That may intimidate one of these weak-kneed shits, but I've been in the game far too long to be impressed. Let me give you another option. You can lay down your arms and surrender. She rolls her eyes, unperturbed by your aggression. I don't have time for this nonsense. There's time and place for bloodlust, and, sadly, I've got an operation to oversee. We are under attack. Kill the Fatebinder. Throw yourselves at her if you must.
Yes!
Oh, fuck. Well, fuck. Okay. What's this one? You do this. You attack this one. Siren, you use full pit on them.
Good work.
It was extremely loud.
That attack didn't work.
Nope.
Oh, that worked just fine. Attack him. And the two of you attack him.
Ow!
Okay, I don't know what happened here. This passageway has been blocked by a magical field. It isn't clear how one might remove it. This disfavored soldier sags heavily against her robe. Emaciated and weak, her clothes reveal her to be one of the oathbound. Painbinder, you're no enemy of the disfavored. My life is worthless, but perhaps you can help my brethren. Please. What happened to you? I came here with a unit of off-bound scouts and our leader, Marek. We were trying to locate the silent archive. When we saw that the place was overrun with scarlet crows, we resolved to destroy the archive so that its content didn't fall into the wrong hands. I crept along the surface while the others descended into the library's depths. As the hours dragged on, I got clumsy. Someone's caught wind on me, and a man they called Murmur has been my tormentor ever since. She grimaces in introspection. He was keen enough to know that Oathbound can feel each other's presence. That makes us powerful on the battlefield, but it's a crippling disadvantage if anyone gets captured. It devastates me to admit that I eventually broke. Whatever else they are or claim to be, the crows are persuasive. However, I fed them as many lies as I did facts, betting that the crows would busy themselves on the search and give the Oathbound a time to escape. I heard around camp that Marek made it out, but I don't know about the others. Marek wants you dead. Marek is right to want me dead. I tried to help my unit, but I betrayed them in the process. When this is all over, I submit to whatever judgment I'm owed. I wouldn't expect you to preside over my sentencing. That you're talking to me now is more than I deserve. How can I help? To my knowledge, 2 members of my unit are still alive and pinned down in the burning library. I'm in no shape to go after them myself. If you manage it, I'm sure that Marek would appreciate knowing that his troops weren't completely devastated. All I can say is you'll find them in the library. I can't seem to pinpoint where they are. I only know both of them are injured. Tread lightly, Fatebinder. I fear that place is far from stable. Okay, let's...
Sorry, I can't.
Yes, you can. Let's kill those 2 here. Honestly, I would love to see this concussion board. Oh, she's gonna blow. I noticed that one too late. This passageway has been blocked by a magical field. Fascinating. It looks like some kind of magical barricade. We'll have to look for a way of getting through. Yeah, thank you. Harris's edict has transformed this floor into a molten lake of fire. Had the sages more time to prepare, larger swaths of the library would have been saved. As you approach the bodies at the end of the hall, the sage makes a low squeal of fear and falls over, pain, death. This is none of my concern, really. He lets out of the quiet moan and falls dead at your feet.
Whatever's on that shelf must be powerful. Let's check it out.
This book contains a number of distinctive symbols and phrases that are repeated multiple times. They are likely significant. Siren stares at the symbols, muttering to herself. It could be. No. Maybe it's... No, not that either. Finally, she looks at you. There are so many things I know of that this could be. You are a better one to analyze it. Someone with a less specialized knowledge. Well, I did not expect him to die just like that. The scrolls here are blank. It looks like they were stored here along with implements and ingredients to make ink. Though the amount of heat rushing through the fissure is intense, the lower floor...
I can see a level below us that isn't as damaged.
The lower floor somehow remains intact. It isn't clear why the
What
library...
is down there? It doesn't look like it was hit with the same level of destruction as up here.
It isn't clear why the library hasn't been wholly consumed by lava.
Down lower. Ground is less broken. Maybe safer for creeping and pawing.
Maybe, but first things first, we need to find a way through. There appears to be some kind of ramp underneath the lava. There is no way to use it without immediately bursting into flames.
Well, this looks cut and dried. Touch that symbol and see what happens. Although I'm sure if there's another barricade, we're not going to have this easy of a time. Let's look for more of those books.
With pleasure. They are useful after all. And how exactly do you think you're going to get away? An exasperated voice asks. Oh, sorry, I can't read this as fast. Hey, you, come here. I want to talk to you. Don't mind me, I guess.
See that?
Get her. We can't let her get any
I
farther.
am a shield.
Really? Alright, that's one spare rest. Okay. Come on. Concussive bolt. Here, you also do the... you'll do the...
Sorry, I can't.
Where are you? You're doing fairly well. After all the problems we've gone through, why is it so easy now? First things first, disarm the trap, loot their bodies. Ooh. What do we have here? Find more parchments. No, here. Siren. Now open this. No, you cannot equip light. I mean, boots. I mean, why? Leather. They're both light armors. What? Well, if you must, then you must. You know how it is. Wait, don't I have a war's helmet? No, I don't. And you don't wear any, so...
Will do.
Gaptooth, there's someone out here. The sign carries all the way out to you. Then tell them to get their asses in here. Get your asses in there, Gaptooth wants to talk to you. Fine.
Curious.
A rough-looking woman stands in the gap made by a broken wall, turning to address you as you approach. So, the sensor didn't trust 4 groups to get what she wanted and send another one? She shakes her head. More groups? Talk about an excessive use of force. She throws her hand in the air. For Kairos' sake, it's still just a library. It's not gonna get up and walk away. We have time to get the archive. I even know where a piece of the passcode is. Tell me more about this archive. What do you take me for? Your own personal sage? She holds up a hand and starts counting of facts like a checklist. It's in the library. It's rumored to be incredibly powerful. It's behind the impenetrable barrier. We need to find the passcode to get to it. The sensor is particularly itchy and get our hands on it. Problem is, she sent all of us in to get it and only one group is allowed to claim they did. And that means a lot of... She puts her hands to her throat and mimes strangling, making a goggle nose. Such is the way of the chorus. My current problem is Numbly's group down below. They're guarding one of their passcode pieces and they can be particularly stab-happy. I don't want to cross their path with a molten pit nearby, so I'm trying to decide what to do. 4 groups, what do you mean? You know, groups to complete in the sense of little game. To the death and all that. She squints at you. Do you really not know, or just playing stupid? Either way, I'm not in the mood for babysitting idiots. Well, we're just going to pass through. As if we plan on being the victors here. You may not be your biggest concern right now, but we'll have to cross blades at some point. And I don't have a reason why that can be sooner rather than later. You could always try to get the drop on Numbly. Does he even know you're here? Gaptooth purses her lips, a contemplative look on her face. True, I'm sure they don't know we're right behind them. Not a bad idea at all. Sneak up on them and... She draws a finger across her throat. Out of the contest. Chop chop. Go away. The scroll is decorated with magic symbols and can impart arcane knowledge if properly studied. Thank you, City of Strength.
Follow quietly.
Nope.
Oh, soft, soft, soft.
The wall has collapsed here, creating a new entry point into the adjacent room. There's someone important? The sage backs away a few steps, putting up their hands as he does. He just threw the bridle covering his mouth. It's hard to watch him drain and wriggling like trapped prey, but to skill set free, which thought makes Beastman's heart beat fast, fast, fast. This is none of my concern. It really isn't. Waves of heat hit you as you lean over to look upon a lake of lava below. Because the scrolls are so green in color, it makes me think this is a broken glass. Oh, this is just another wave across, I think? Yeah, let's just push the wall. Yeah, it's just another way across. So, before we go down there, below you is a sweeping view of some of the shelves of the main library. A few of them.
Must have been a mage of the highest training that did this. Such power, such raw energy. So exciting.
A
few of them, against any reason, remain intact. Their scrolls somehow resisting
rocks not fall.
the intense heat.
I've only seen birds and leaves hang as such in sky.
Another one? Please, Barry, comment on this.
It must have been a mage of the highest training that did this. Such power, such raw energy. So exciting.
Okay, and this is where I'm gonna end this part for now. So thank you very much. Stay alive and see you soon. Bye.